Good morning, guys. It is 6:30. We've just packed up the bike, or actually we packed it up last night, which was a really smart move. And today we are leaving Ban Luang and we're heading for the Laos border. I don't know if we're going to get to Laos today or if we're going to end up somewhere between here and there and go tomorrow morning. So we're just going to go and we're just going to see what happens. Last time we had over 200-kilometer journey to do. We thought it was going to take us 2 days and we did it in 1 day. So today is 198 kilometers from where we are to the border, and Lucy's wearing her police hat.
Getting serious.
That's our ticket to not getting pulled over. Is Lucy wearing the police hat? So whenever they pull us over, they go, "Oh well, she's a cop, so we'll just let her go."
The village police, you know.
The village police. So yeah, we're gonna hit the road any second now. Stop and have some coffee and some food along the way. But I think it's gonna be a really good journey. We're gonna miss these guys though. We're gonna miss you, Scrappy Snaps. And where's Tesco's Alan? We're gonna miss you, Tesco's Alan. And we're gonna miss you, Mr. Sat.
Okay.
Bye, brother. We've only made it like 10 kilometers out of town, and it is so cold because it's super early. It's freezing. I can't drive anymore. I'm gonna put my rain jacket on. I'm too cold. I just checked the temperature, the weather. It's 21 degrees, and we're both going, "Oh my god, it's so cold. I need a jacket. I need a jacket." It's crazy how quickly you become accustomed to the warm weather. It's 21 degrees and we're so cold we need to put our jackets on. Let's hit the road again. I look ridiculous. It's 21 degrees. It's not raining, but I'm so nice and toasty now. I guess we'll stop at some point and take them off. So it's about 9:30 now. We've been driving for what feels like years. I'm so tired. My bum is so numb. I'm not used to doing a long ride now. It's been like a week. Lucy made some food last night for us to have on the road today. What'd you make, Lou?
I got some overnight oats with little bits of cinnamon stick.
Those look damn.
And some bananas.
We've got another 119 kilometers to the border. We've already done 80 kilometers this morning. We've been smashing it. That doesn't sound like a lot, but it is a lot here. And it's a lot. It's a lot when your bike is so slow and it's so overloaded. It's just loaded up like a trailer. So we have been going slow, but I'm pretty happy with how far we've come. So you never know, we might make it to the border today. There's a place just in front of the border called the Flooded Forest. It's like quite famous. Sometimes the river dolphins have been seen to hang out in the flooded forest. So if we can make it to just before the border tonight, then maybe we can stay in the flooded forest and hang out there this afternoon. Because really, I don't think we're going to, even if we get there this afternoon, I don't think we should cross the border till tomorrow morning. Because arriving in a new country just as it's getting dark sucks. Rather wait till the next morning. Oh, that oat's good, Lou.
So good. I smashed up the banana root in there and it's amazing.
I'm good chef. We have just arrived in Stung Treng. We're like 80 kilometers from the Laos border now. We've made way more progress than I thought we would at this point. But our bikes are making a really weird noise. Like when we let off the throttle, there's loads of like popping and banging coming from inside the exhaust. If anybody knows what is going on, please send me a message because I have no idea. It's like you give it throttle and it's fine, it just rides normally, and then the second you let go of the accelerator, it just goes pop, 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 and then it stops. And then you carry on and then you let go and it does it again. So I have no idea. And once again, I'm going to be underneath the bike on the side of the road trying to figure it out. So if anybody knows, please let me know, because I just want to get to Laos. So I'm not entirely sure if this is the problem, but I've definitely found a problem. Our exhaust is literally hanging off. Here's the piece. Here's the little flange that holds the exhaust in. Here's the exhaust pipe. And there's my exhaust pipe just coming out. We are 15 kilometers, or 14 kilometers to be exact, but we are just around the corner from the Laos border. We are really in the middle of nowhere. There is nothing. It's just the Grasslands National Park. I don't actually know if it's National Park, but it's like the Grasslands area of northern Cambodia, and it goes into Laos as well. We're super, super close. We just got some new screws in the exhaust pipe of the bike because that was what was making that noise. They look pretty good. This whole thing is now back together. As long as that holds till we get across the border, then I can get some proper bits in there because those are just some little screws. But yeah, 15K to the border. I don't know if I'm going to be able to film actually going across the border because Vietnam into Cambodia was not a filming situation. Apparently you can cross by road or you can get a boat. If we can get the bike on the boat across the border, that would be a really cool way to cross, as long as it's not any more expensive. But yeah, just around the corner, see what happens. We have made it to the Laos border. I feel like there's the border building over there. I feel like it has taken us weeks to get here. We have driven, I mean, we started filming our journey to Laos in Mekong, and that was like 700 or 800 kilometers ago. And it's been sick. And it feels so wrong to be leaving Cambodia. Like, Cambodia has such a spot in my heart. It's like my second home. I love it. And it's super sad to be leaving. But Laos is supposed to be fantastic, and it's right there. Right there somewhere. It's supposed to be really sick. So we just go across the border here, and then we jump on a little boat, and hopefully it takes us over to the islands of Don Det and Don Kong. Not sure yet. But it's supposed to be really cool. You're supposed to be able to get like a little bungalow for like $3 a night on the river, just hang out. So I'm super excited. We're so close. We're coming for you, Lao. It is so hot right now. I'm absolutely melting. We're just waiting outside the Cambodian side of the visa immigration thing. I'm just gonna go get stamped through. But I actually haven't been hot in ages. We're up in Ban Luang, like quite high up the hill, and it's nice and cool. It gets hot sometimes, but right now I feel like I'm sticking to the ground. It's so bloody hot. This is the borderline right here. So we've just crossed the border into Laos, and let me just say that was, excuse my language, the shittest experience of my life ever crossing a border. The second worst experience ever crossing a border. For anybody who knows what happened in France, that was really rubbish. But yeah. So, yeah, we're on the Laos side. It was such a crappy experience because we bought a motorbike in Vietnam, and then we drove from Vietnam into Cambodia, where they checked our license, they checked our documents to say that we legally own the bike, and that was fine, let us through. We just arrived at the Cambodian border, they got stamps, we were about to drive off, and this guy, who wasn't even in uniform, comes over and goes, no, you must come into the customs office. Closes the door behind him, and starts grilling me about how my bike is illegally in the country because I didn't collect this piece of paper from somebody at the Vietnam border. Yeah, chatting absolute rubbish. And basically said, look, you have a few options here. You can give me $50, okay, and I'll give you this piece of paper now, and then you can go. He said, or you can leave your passport. I said to him, I don't have money. Hang on. I said to him, I don't have $50. I said, I have $40 for my visa on the Laos side, and I have $10 for a place to stay tonight. And he said, well, you can leave your passport with me and your bags with me, and one of our border guards will drive with you into Laos. Bearing in mind I didn't have a visa for Laos, I'd already been stamped out of Cambodia, can drive with you 25 kilometers into Laos to find an ATM. You can take money out, then you can come back and you can collect your passport and your bike. So that is how corrupt the border guards are. What's this border called? Just by Don Det, basically, just at the. It's the only Laos Cambodia, but it's ridiculous. It was ridiculous. And then he said another number about, $200 and this can all just go away. Like, he's just shagging people. And once we got to the Laos side, they didn't even ask for that piece of paper that he gave us. And also the border guards sort of went, how much did you have to pay to get your bike through? And when Lucy told them, they kind of laughed at us. That guy is a absolute grumpy, like just dickhead. He's just a dickhead. Like he's just
bad karma is coming
yeah,
his
bad
way.
karma's coming his way. But yeah, we're in Laos, and that's super exciting. We're 20 kilometers from the boat where we go to Don Det, and it is gonna be an amazing afternoon. What time is it right now? Okay, so it's 3:15 now.
We got to find an ATM because that bastard's stole all our money.
We need to find an ATM because we have no money. We don't have SIM cards for this country, so I don't know how we're even going to transfer the money. And yeah, that's it. It's been a great start to the day. And yeah, we've got to get going so that we don't end up putting our hammocks up at the side of the road.
But we did get free bananas.
We did get some free bananas. One of the guys on the Khmer side gave us a bag of bananas. I guess we paid $50 for some bananas. And we got our bike across to this side. I hope this doesn't happen again when we get to the Vietnam border, because that would just be crap. Oh, now it's crazy, man. They have like full-on like bovine traffic jams, dude. That's a fat cow. Oh my god.
Don't be rude, she's just Canadian.
Okay, so we just pulled up to the river. We've got to get on the boat across to Don Det. We're right on the Mekong Delta, 4,000 islands. And Don Det, Don Kong are one of those ones over there somewhere. It is really beautiful. I'm not sure how long it's going to take to get across there. There doesn't seem to be a big boat. This is the boat that we're going to take our motorbike on across the river. It is absolutely tiny and completely ridiculous. We are on this ridiculous little boat. It's going to take us there somewhere. We're so nearly there. We've had such a long day of driving and just getting screwed over by border guards and paying too much for this boat. But we're nearly there. Come on, just a little bit further. So we have officially arrived in Don Det. We've actually been here for like an hour. We've just been driving around the island trying to find a cool place to stay. We found a nice little spot. It's called Mr. B's Sunset Bungalows. And I reckon it's because it's got a cracking sunset. Super cheap. It's 40,000 kip for 2 people for 1 night. So what, 40,000, I think 50,000 is about $3. So 40,000 is probably like $2.50-ish. I'll do the maths and I'll get back to you about it. But it's about $2.50 for 2 of us for 1 night for our own private bungalow right near the river. And this is the view. I guess this is why they call it the Sunset Bungalow. I mean, the name makes sense. That is ridiculous. This has got to be one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen. And the Mekong just looks so chilled. And actually it's a roaring river. We checked all the currents when we were on our way in. It's crazy. But yeah, it's been a really long day. It's been hectic. It's been an awesome day, but it's had its rubbish parts. Just the whole crossing the border thing was just sort of tainted your first day in a new country, which was just not really what you want. But we're here now. It's getting dark, so the video is probably going to end just now. And over the next couple of days, couple of weeks, I don't know how long we're going to be here. It is pretty. I could see myself lying in a hammock here for a while. But yeah, for the next couple of videos, we're definitely going to be filming more of Don Det. I've got some friends that were here during lockdown, and I've got another friend who's got a YouTube channel, and he was here during lockdown, or he was in Laos during lockdown. He filmed some really interesting videos. So I really would like to sort of have a look around. I know there's some cool ideas here. It's just a really epic spot. Well, yeah, I'll catch you later, guys.